Welcome back, YouTubers. This is JustGene83 coming to you with Reloading from the Hot Pot. As you see in the intro pictures, I picked me up a new little plinking toy today. I'm actually going to be doing some rimfire competitions with 22 calibers. I purchased a match set with M&P 22 full size, and I also ordered an M&P 1522 AR style rifle to attend these rimfire competitions. I love shooting, I love competing, I love the camaraderie of the gun clubs that I belong to. We all help each other out. We all take care of each other during the events. So let's go over this pistol a little bit. I'm going to read some stuff for you right from Smith & Wesson's website. This pistol does come with a threaded barrel, adjustable front and rear sights, one 12-round magazine, ambidextrous magazine safety, ambidextrous slide stop, Picatinny style rail, and manual thumb safety. The specifications are it is chambered in 22 long rifle, capacity is 12+1, the barrel length is 4 inches, overall length is 7.6, the front side is drift adjustable, the rear side is click adjustable for elevation and drift adjustable for windage. It is a single action trigger pistol. The grip is polymer with a fixed back strap. It does come in at 27.2 ounces unloaded. The barrel is made of carbon steel. Slide material has an aluminum alloy composite. Frame material is polymer. The slide finish is in the Armonite finish, which Smith & Wesson is becoming quite famous for. And the purpose is recreational shooting, plinking, and rimfire competitions, at least for me. So let's take a little look at this. This does have a really nice flat black, matte black if you want to call it, Armonite finish to it. It is laser etched with M&P 22 and Smith & Wesson's logo on this side, and Smith & Wesson Springfield, Massachusetts on this side. But if you'll notice, when you get really up close here, it says made in Germany, because it's actually made by the Walther company. So the Walther got the contract to make Smith & Wesson M&P 22s. So this should be a very fine pistol. Not that the Smith & Wessons made in the United States are not very fine pistols, because they are. But this one, if you've ever shot a Walther 22, this is going to be very comparable, being made by the same company. The barrel does have a thread protector on it that comes off, and then it's got another extension piece that goes on there so you can attach a suppressor if you have a suppressor. I do not own a suppressor. There's no way I'm going to give somebody $200 of my money for a tax stamp to own something that I should be able to have anyways. So hopefully the Hearing Protection Act will come to play, and if it does, I will definitely have suppressors for my G17, my 22, my AR-15, and a few other pistols I have that have threaded barrels, and the capability of putting a suppressor on them. Like it says in the description, it does come with ambidextrous safety, right and left side. The safety itself does not have much of an audible click or a feel to it, but you only know by putting it up or down. It's got a little click coming back down on the bottom. I think that could be a little more tactile, just for security reasons of knowing that you've put it into safety or taken it off of safety. The slide release is ambidextrous on both sides. So when you lock it back, you can release from either side. It is quite easy on either side. It does not stick out very far, so it's not going to get hung up on anything. A little picture of the barrel there. It does come with a metal guide rod. So we'll take this apart here in just a minute and look at this. The texturing on the frame is not aggressive enough for me. If you can see that, that is quite mild. So I am probably going to take my my stippling gun out and add some texture to this just to make this more aggressive for me. I like a lot of aggression on my pistol grips. I've got kind of rough, callousy hands, so I just like some good texturing on there. I'll probably end up smoothing this out here and then adding some extra aggressive texture down here. That way it's not to wear the finger out when you're holding it, shooting it. The magazine does come with one steel magazine that does hold 12. I did see online an extension for this so you can get 15 into it. I'll probably just go ahead and keep the 12 capacity and just buy a few extra magazines. These are very, very slim, so any single stack magazine holder will suffice with this. Does go up quite nice. It does eject quite freely. Very impressed with that, you know, and this is empty. There's no bullets in it. Very impressed with that. The actual trigger itself is the Smith & Wesson hinge trigger, which you can see here. You know, does not actuate the trigger until this is in full motion here until it stops. Now this is empty, as you did see. So the trigger itself is very nice. It's got a nice wall. Actually, I think this trigger is better than my friend's M&P 2.0. It feels a lot smoother. There's no grit there. It's just a pullback. Comes back to a wall, releases, and then resets. Very, very nice trigger. Very crisp. When I was out shooting this, and I was shooting some Browning, 40 grain, 22 long rifle, round nose bullet. They are kind of cool looking. They are black. They do a black oxide coating on the bullet, so it's really cool looking. I ran four to five, maybe 6 magazines through this. I really don't count when I'm shooting, but I ran at least 5 through it, and I had 1 misfire, which if you're going to be shooting 22 rim or 22 or any other rimfire style ammo, you are going to get failures with it. It's just part of the game. It's just part of it. But you know, this pistol does have a really, really nice beaver tail on it. You know, so you can get up here and you can get a nice purchase on this pistol. I like being able to get a nice purchase on my pistols. You know, nice beaver tail, so you're never going to get any slide bite out of this. There's no way. If that would slide bite you, you need to take a course on how to hold a pistol properly. Watch some videos or get connected with your local gun club to have some classes. That's for sure, if you're going to get any slide bite out of something like this. So this pistol is a full size. Look at that. That is a full size pistol. You know, for being a 22, you would not expect it. The sights are quite nice. It does come with a white dot front and a blacked out rear, which is more of like the tactical sights. Does come with a screw here on the top of it for adjustment of your elevation. And you just gotta knock it to the side with a brass punch for your windage if it's off at all. I took this out and shot it, and I actually shot it from a bench rest onto a little 3 inch by 3 inch triangle. It's on just left over one of the targets out at the range, and I was hitting dead on with it. I had no problems at all with it. It does have a really nice trigger guard, large enough that you can get a large finger in there or a gloved finger. Now, if you're going to put a gloved finger in there, more than likely you're going to depress the trigger safety bar. So if you're going to wear gloves with this, do not put your finger in here unless you plan to pull the trigger. Yeah, plan to pull it. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take this down. We'll show you how to do this. You take this, first you take the magazine out of it, dummy. You lock the slide back. You pull this lever down and partly out. You release the slide lever, pull up on the slide, and carefully take the slide off. Now here's your round recoil spring. It's just a round, wound, say that 20 times real fast, I dare you, recoil spring. The guy rod does come out of it, but it's kind of a pain to get back in there, right? So I'm just going to leave it in there. As you can see on the front here, there's another tool that comes in the kit. Let me get that out for you. This little tool here is to take the thread protector off the front of it. I'm not going to do that unless I can put a suppressor on it and not pay the government their $200 tax. I'm just not going to do that. This is similar to a striker fire by the way it works. This being the hammer. This is your shell ejection. But this being the hammer, this actually comes forward and strikes the firing pin to release the bullet. So it's very nice. Unlike most 22s, this actually is more like a striker fire gun. The inside of the slide is very, very nicely machined. Now these are all the factory oils that you're seeing on this slide. Very, very nice machine work. Very impressed with it. Very nice. Look at that. Very, very, very nice. Very impressed. Very lightweight. This doesn't weigh. I wish I had my digital scales here, but you know, this doesn't weigh anything. I mean, that can't weigh anymore. It's 6-8 ounces. You know, that's very, very light. But it is the aluminum alloy slide. So to reassemble this, you put the guide rod spring back in. You put the guide rod spring back into the hole of the slide. Make sure you're lined up for the guide rod to go through that hole. Pull it back, push it down, pop the pin in, back up, and you're back in business. Back in business. Really, really happy with my purchase. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. When I was out at the range shooting it, it was accurate, it was predictable. I actually didn't want to leave, but I had to come back to work today. So here I am at work making a video about a pistol I bought. How could I get so lucky, right? I don't know how I got so lucky. I guess it's just my choice of profession. But YouTubers, I hope you enjoyed this little benchtop review of this M&P 22. Like I said, this is the full-size version. They do make a compact version as well, but I wanted the full-size version. And from what I understand and what I tried over at my FFL, these do fit in the M&P 9 and 40 holsters. So if you already have an M&P 9 or 40, or even the 2.0, and you've got a holster for it, and you purchase this, you won't have to purchase another holster. This will fit right into it. I've got several holsters for my Smith & Wesson SD9BE, my Canics, my Grand Powers, and my Glocks. So I am going to experiment and see if this does fit in any of my existing competition holsters. And maybe I may not have to purchase another holster for competition. I can just keep my same battle rig and use this gun in it. The single stack magazine, hopefully the mag holders I have will work. I can see me having to either put some filler in them, some kind of cardboard cutouts, or actually purchasing other magazines for it. But that's it, YouTubers. There's my new Smith & Wesson M&P 22. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a subscribe over here. There you go. Hit that button over there. Hit subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this little review. And until next time, YouTubers, keep blowing the smoke.